So, Indian team was playing at the CCI and I was bowling to Parthasarathy Sharma.
Yeah.
And I beat him. And Bedi and Gavaskar behind started singing Dundo, Dundo, Re Sajana, Dundo. So it was very embarrassing for Parthasarathy, you know, being beaten by a girl and see.
So let's just fast forward a little bit. So then you played officially close to 33 test matches.
Officially 20.
23, unofficially about 33.
Yeah.
But again, people should understand this over a long period of time because that not many
20
tours,
years.
20 years
20 years.
of consistent cricket from your side.
Yes.
It's not like you're being dropped, but there's just that much cricket to play.
Yeah.
You don't have enough international tours, etc.,
Yes,
etc.
yes.
No leagues, no T20.
3 World Cups.
Tests and one days, that's it.
Yeah, ODIs and there was no T20.
Correct.
So
this is the way it was. Now they've got a full calendar, I'm saying, but at that point, this is all that you had.
yes,
So
absolutely.
I would say that if it was this era, Diana Edulji would play perhaps close to 100 test matches.
Easy.
Yeah?
Easy.
For sure. Isn't it
And
called
one test.
It's called the fashes, no? The female ashes.
No. It's
Oh,
ashes.
give proper information. These Indian men, see, they don't look properly. You're a better person than I'll ever be. I'm thinking if I could ever take bribes, it would, by the third person, I'd be like, please bring your family. Let's do more business. Right? I mean, who cares about the railway team at the end of the day? I mean, they'll win sooner or later.
No.
I'm just kidding, Dinah.
Position was never a problem for me.
Right.
If I'm destined to get it, I'll get it.
Yeah.
If I'm not the loser.
Okay, welcome to Cyrus Says. Again, I did it. I keep telling myself, Dinah, that I should not say welcome on a podcast. It's a very informal thing. We should just start. Like, hi, Dinah. But I keep doing this welcome because it's bloody TV culture from the 90s. You know, where they force us to say welcome and get PO Box 7903 at the end of address of the channel so you can, break it down, burn it, which they should have done, but that's another story. Diana Edulji is with us. I would say the pioneer of Indian women's cricket. Like, the most important figure. And not only that, today the kind of earnings that they've got, and I'm not saying that it's enough, they have to still catch up with the men, but it's so much better and they're all living great lives. I saw Jemima the other day with a Mercedes. I got hit by Harmanpreet on the knee. She was on a Hayabusa, more expensive than what Dhoni has. And Smriti Mandhana has a helicopter which her driver uses. So the money in the game has changed completely. But Diana Edulji, going back in time, was one of the first big names who fought and pushed against the glass ceiling and opened many doors. So much so that people forget how good she was as a cricketer, because now she's looked upon as a person who's opened doors for everybody else, and as an administrator, as a selector, etc., and as a critic, which we'll talk to her about. Diana, please, thank you so much for coming here.
My pleasure.
I apologize for the driver we sent, Amit Doshi, our boss, our leader, our pioneer, our visionary. His driver is, let's just say, intellectually challenged. He went to the wrong building and you were waiting for 40 minutes. This will only happen in India. Always do podcasts outside India in future.
I would love to.
I know.
If you take me there.
Well, we'll have to get Smriti's helicopter, because how are we going to get transport? So we'll talk a little bit about you. I've got some agenda in my head, but Alzheimer's and also I may forget, so you may have to help. A little bit about the career, obviously. And then we'll talk a little bit of women's cricket, where we are right now. Asia Cup, we won the gold medal and nobody watched it. But we have to change that to make people watch. And then, of course, a little bit about the World Cup with the other gender, the horrible thing called men, and where we're going with that. But let's go back in time to Arjuna Award winner, Padma Shri. Well before that, young Diana. How did you get into the game?
Well, it's been years and years and years. I was staying in a railway colony, Badwa Park in Kolaba.
Yeah.
Where every Saturday and Sunday it used to be
For those who don't know,
cricket.
that's where the terrorists landed. Not that I should bring it up, but they were there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It used to be tennis ball cricket. It used to be 10 boys and me, the only girl.
Yeah.
My sister joined me a little later. So it started with that. And Mrs. Alu Bamji, I was coming from Delhi. My dad was in the railways as this thing. So we were coming back from Delhi and I was reading in a magazine about women's cricket club being formed. So I said, well, this is a good career change.
In Bombay?
In Bombay, at CCI.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
This was in 1969. She started the club.
Right.
I joined in 71 because in 70 she took a break because of her passing away.
Someone was born in 71.
You?
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay. No issues.
So was Sunny in a sense. 71 was the golden tour.
Yes.
Yeah, but let's get back here. So you saw this thing about cricket in CCI, and
I went up to her, and we had to play in skirts, and So she took a test. She says,
like the badminton outfits.
It divided skirts.
White skirts and all. Oh, those. Yeah,
those divided
I won them myself. Pretty comfortable, Diana.
Yes, very comfortable. So she was a very tough old lady, and she said, have you played this game? I said, yes, I've played with tennis ball, of course. How would you play with a season ball? I said, you can check me out in the nets. We had to undergo a test. So she said, okay, you pass. You can join the club.
What did you left arm?
Left arm spinner and right hand bat.
But honestly, were you good at that point?
Yes, I was.
Because you're playing with the boys. I'm not trying to be sexist about it, but I'm just saying that to survive the boys, considering that they're physically stronger, bigger, etc., you had to either elevate your game or not play.
And when I joined the club, it used to be Wednesday evening, Saturday mornings only.
Yeah.
And we had Dilip Sardesai, we had Raj Singh, all watching from behind the nets, giving their comments and all that.
I hope not cheap comments.
No, not at all.
No, neither of them are with us, but I'm drunk with both of them. Lovely men.
Lovely people.
Yeah.
But we had Nirlons and Sungrace also alongside.
Mm-hmm.
So I would take permission because bowling, I'm not being,
No, please be. We have to promote a women's sport and you have to tell the truth. You were pretty damn good.
I was good and I didn't want to, stagnate.
You bowled too. Vengsakar, Gavaskar, Nilon, who?
No, Gavaskar, yes, definitely. Vengsakar came much later. Not exactly, but that's how I improved my game.
What is not exactly, Diana?
You
beat him a couple of times.
No, I beat I was the only one who was allowed to bowl to the Indian team.
Wow.
Whenever they came to Bombay, and any international team that came into Bombay.
Oh, wow.
Including Pakistan.
So who did Zahir Abbas and all that generation?
Yeah, no, it was...
Majid Khan?
75, 76, so I don't know now.
Zahir
I think it was Rafiq Jammu, those type of people. But those are West Indian guys, actually. Kali Charan and
Clive the tour where the Richards and all didn't come.
No, he hadn't come.
So that's 79, 79 tour.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So, Indian team was playing at the CCI and I was bowling to Parthasarathy Sharma. Yeah. And I beat him. And Bedi and Gavaskar behind started singing, Dundo, Dundo, Re Sajana, Dundo. So, it was very embarrassing for Parthasarathy, being beaten by a girl and see. But that's how I lifted my game and I could match this thing. I could play at any level in the
Were you confident? Obviously playing with the boys back in
I was very confident. I've always been a confident sports person. Not with studies, but definitely with sports.
And did you spin it, actually?
Yes, I did.
I never got to see you live, so I'm asking these naive
definitely.
questions.
And not only spin, but
flight, like Bishan?
Yes. He was my guru.
What did he say?
He taught me how to bowl the armour.
Yeah.
The one that came in.
Comes in with the
arm.
And
in England, that was my most wicket-taking ball, and I got a lot of wickets using that. But it was a great experience. Playing with them, as I said, it lifted my games. And I would love to bowl. You tell me to bowl 3 hours, 4 hours. That was my fitness level.
Yeah.
Anybody tells me to run 2 rounds of CCI, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
That was not my fitness standards.
Correct.
And in Mumbai, it is like that only, where people, if you can manage to get into a local train, that's fit enough, you're agile, you can move.
Get out also.
Or get out also, exactly.
Second innings also.
You need your strength to get out.
Yeah.
So that was this thing. We had the National Institute of Sports, Patiala, whose people used to come. That time we were Women's Cricket Association.
I remember all this from my time. All the swimmers and athletes would go there for training. My sister went there as well. Yeah. So, sadly came back also. Then?
So there, people used to come and you have to have a fitness test and you have to do this 1500 meters in this much time. And
like the present day yo-yo. All these.
These have
nothing to do with the skill that you're showing.
No. So
the loop and
when
the turn.
we had a class with them, I was the one who said that, I'm sorry, if you expect me to run 1500 meters in this time, I can't. So am I unfit? Or can I bowl 3 hours in 45 degrees non-stop? Is that being fit?
Exactly what you said, I've heard Ian Botham say in commentary, where he argued about how they played 7 days a week and just became better bowlers because they bowled every day. They bowl 20 overs every day with playing county cricket, and 50 overs on the weekend. And day in and day out for 5 months almost.
And you're traveling in the night time.
Why do I need to run? I don't need the gym. I don't need to run. I need to keep bowling, and I'm bowling 120, balls in a session sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So maybe a little overrated. I don't know. The world has changed, and they're all into their
now. Of course, everything is on fitness levels. And
have you seen Virat's abs?
Yeah.
Then he's got the figures to show. Figures and figure both. Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, but it's a very different ball game completely now. In those days.
But it's not just India. This is the world.
It's the world over.
World sport is like that.
Because T20 is made you. If you have to survive T20, you have to be really fit.
You think left arm orthodox not so much seen in T20? I was wondering.
Why?
We have Jadeja, but we don't have too many. Pakistan has one. If he can get on the park.
Yeah. Well, that's part.
I was thinking that there should be more left arm orthodox because that's at least against the grain sort of for the right hand batsman.
We had in fact in this Asia Cup I saw a lot of one guy who took 5 wickets on debut, I think, for Bangladesh or this thing.
Yeah.
But it is there.
But they have left armers coming out of Dhaka every 2 minutes. That's a little different. I don't know what. There's a story there which somebody has to investigate. And they're all 16 and 17.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Maybe we hear people feel that nowadays it's pace that is creating this thing. So
now that you've brought the subject up before we go back to your career, that's really strange for me. Sometimes the 55 and 60 yards. I was asking Murli this. You have a 55-yard on one side hit, which even someone like I will be able to hit a top edge 4-6. That's suddenly you feel, does he deserve the 6? Because he's literally beaten. The ball hits. He's sweeping the ball. He's beaten by the length and the line, and a top edge, and the ball goes for 6 over 50, 55 yards.
You've seen the size of the edge.
Oh,
it's as good as the middle of the bat.
It's the bat I could afford.
Yeah. So really, that's the reason why you have so many 6s and all. No doubt, it is. You do need still a little bit of timing and skill. Yeah. But yes, T20 is attracted with 6s and 4s. Mm-hmm. But I still feel the boundary should go a little behind.
Why can't it be official? 80 yards minimum, for example. And then we just see, because then the miss it thing becomes a miss. Because miss it is you as a bowler winning. And then again, you as a bowler gets punished for the miss it.
T20 with 80 yards, you won't get the scores.
I don't want the scores. I want the batsman to be exposed, the bloody bullies. You remind me of those seniors in school who
slap
you for no reason.
It's a batsman's game.
It's not a batsman's game. It's a left-arm orthodox spinner's game. I'm a Bishan Singh Bedi fan and a Diana Edulji fan. Who was better?
Bishan, of course.
But did you have that loop also where the ball curls in the air?
Yes.
And I wish I could see it.
I could learn to bowl the slower one from back of the ear.
Yeah.
He
back
taught
of
me
the year. Wow.
It is, normally you come this way. This is, just release it from here so it dips it. Use the crease a little bit more. Something
mysterious about the left arm. The left arm spinners, the mystic and the oriental, coming from our side of the world with the left arm spin, it's almost like the Jadugar has come to perform. I would say, perhaps on level with the leg spin. I always feel the right arm off spin is overrated. Murli is an exception, but I just feel it's too, you see it too often. All of us bowl, anyone who picks up the ball bowls right arm off spin.
It's the easiest
thing. It's just a natural thing to do. Yeah. Let's talk about the career now, because we have lots more we want to fit into this show. How women's cricket was just being shaped. I think across the world it was already there.
Yes, it was.
Australia, England had already shown the way.
Yeah.
But we were a little behind.
Yes, we were. In fact, we missed the first World Cup. 1973 was the first World Cup.
So who played? Just 3 or 4 teams?
England, Australia,
New Zealand
West
Indies
played.
Maybe.
No, West Indies was still coming in. But it was played in England.
Right.
And Rachel was the captain.
So people don't know this Women's World Cup predates the males World Cup.
Everything started before.
Because we always say women first. Huh? Yes. That's the whole Western culture
first.
thing. Yeah, so, there you go.
That was the thing. But unfortunately, the men overtook.
Well, I don't know why. For no reason. But 73, so then...
We started in 74.
Right.
And 78 was the World Cup played in India, where we were 4 teams.
Right.
India, Australia, New Zealand, and India.
Right.
We were 4th.
Yeah.
So the thing. But the final at Eden Gardens, we had full stadium.
England-Australia final.
England-Australia final.
Wow. Those were the days.
Could be the reason was the girls were playing in skirts.
No, maybe. I'll give you that. But I think back in, my parents used to tell me, you couldn't get into Cooper Days to watch football matches back in South Bombay between local sides and all that, because sports was serious. People just came to watch. So international cricket match like Brabant Stadium, you wouldn't be able to get in. back in the 60s and 70s, packed completely.
Packed,
so
yeah.
I can imagine. And Eden Gardens, let's face it, Calcutta, what do you do? I'm kidding. I'm just joking. All right. So then how did you become a test cricketer for India?
As I said, we started in 74. 75, the first series started.
Right.
And since we were the pioneers.
Take us through the opening debut thing, no? What was that like? Who did you play?
Well, as per my record, it is Australia.
Mm-hmm.
But when the merger took place between ICC and IWCC, a lot of our matches, I would have, as per my record, I've got 33 test matches.
Right.
But after the merger, I came down to 20.
Yeah, I was seeing the statistics on.
So that was because some of them were unofficial.
It's 120 actually, but then
it came 63. To 60 something. Because some of them were declared unofficial matches.
What is that? How do they do that later? Who's responsible, Diana? You tell me. I am part of the Parsi Sena. I will go and I will catch them and their kids will never get education in India. Ever again.
No, it was the IWCC.
Give me names. I want names.
I don't know the
Damn it, give me any
statisticians.
Some personal enmity against anyone in the neighborhood. Just take the name and take care of it.
No such thing.
Yeah.
It was just
How
unfortunate.
sad that is, because your figures are even better then with those 10 quality matches where you've got much more wickets actually. Look at it in proportion.
Yes, definitely. But I still am in Test cricket. I'm still number 3 in ICC.
Still today. Wow, that's not bad at all.
That's a record which I cherish.
Yeah.
And I hope it's never broken.
Yeah. So let's official, unofficial. Take us to the opening debut with Australia. Where was it?
It was in Pune.
Mm-hmm.
First test match. And I was batting at number 10.
So you batted first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was 48 not out.
Wow.
And bowling, 6 for 42.
Opening test?
Yes.
And
that was my debut.
Oh, fantastic.
But not on records anymore.
Well, it's still a test.
It's okay.
Official
I'm not
or unofficial. We'll get it changed. There's a whole movement.
So it's that first test. Then I got the first wicket. I got the first catch.
Who was the first wicket? Do you remember?
No chance. No chance.
But would they treat it like they do now, where they give you the debut cap and all that? Or
no.
Which is emerging, so it was all...
There was no cap. There was no kit. We had to pay for our everything.
India?
Yes.
How dare you?
Even blazers.
Are you
was
serious?
Nothing.
Officially
when we went on our first trip,
Yeah.
We had to pay from our pockets to play for India.
My
A World Cup, we paid 10,000 rupees each.
You have to get compensation for this. Diana Edulji, I will go on strike. I'm saying it here on the podcast. Government of India and BCCI, you will not rest till you compensate all our Indian cricketers, the ladies that is, who have not been paid for their own kit, their own shoes, their own bats, balls. Ridiculous.
There was
what
one
about
kit.
conveyance, up and down?
Conveyance was what? We went unreserved in trains.
Unreserved?
Yes, we went unreserved in trains. We slept near the toilets of the train. We slept in waiting rooms.
Oh my God.
We slept in dormitories.
Oof. Your life is like a podcaster's.
Yeah.
Really low on the food chain.
I doubt.
How sad, really.
So that is.
But you're smiling about all this. I'm sure it was irritating then.
No, it wasn't. Because we love the game. We enjoyed playing.
Did you think you deserved more? You are playing for the country. You're working hard. You're a certain standard.
Those days there was no money
what
for anybody.
What are the Aussies? How were they doing?
No, even they. They had to work and pay. So they would be, at least, 76 railways, I got a job with the railways. 84, when Mother House India came in, he saw to it that the women cricketers got jobs. So that was the security. The foreign players didn't have, they had to lose their jobs.
So they were, they were playing in the morning like net practice and going to a 9 to 5 job and then...
Yes. They could only train in the weekends.
This is why my marriage with the Australian girl... Nancy Drew broke up. We just couldn't meet because of that.
Right.
How sad. So what you're saying is, let's be honest here, it's really pure sexism. There was a very patronizing attitude towards women's cricket across the world. They were all saying the right things, but no one was doing anything.
Yeah, because it was being run by an association which was
not really interested.
The men's cricket who was running men's cricket.
Then who ran it?
IWCC, International Women's Cricket Council, it was.
Okay.
We had the Women's Cricket Association of India.
Parent of the ICC was not involved?
Nothing. It came way in 2005.
Oh.
When the merger took place.
Okay.
And India was the last one to come in. BCCI was still...
Why?
Maybe they didn't want women's cricket.
Really?
Maybe. I'm not too sure.
BCCI stand up.
No, they didn't.
No, that's...
So...
Pension you're getting, no?
Yeah, I am getting.
BCCI, well done. Keep them happy also.
We got one-time benefit also.
One-time benefit also?
What the men were getting.
Podcasters, we got nothing. I don't even have parking downstairs. Really, I just leave my cycle wherever and I take my chances. But we're laughing through all this. But it was I guess a romantic time for you in a sense that
yes, it was something.
You're leading the charge.
Yes, and it was. You felt proud to play for India.
But did you know you'd become an inspiration to a whole generation of female cricketers and all that?
I never went with that idea.
You didn't have that thing in your head at all.
But yes, I did put my foot down where I felt that something is going wrong. In 1986 tour to England, it was both the men and women team were.
Chetan Sharma got 14 wickets in the.
I don't know what Chetan
India
was
won
there
2-0. Yeah, no, I saw the game live. Yeah.
86.
The male version,
yeah. So this thing, we were there, and we were in a little losing position, so we slowed down the game so that the test could draw.
Yeah.
Kathy Moath, who was the chairman also of the English Women's Cricket Council, was also a player. There they allowed all that. Player could be an administrator, everything.
Like the Maharaja Patiala in the old days.
Possibly, yeah. So this, or even Tiger Pataudi for that matter.
Yeah, but Tiger Pataudi was Tiger Pataudi.
Yeah.
That's allowed. You're that good. Yeah, then?
So she then, during her speech after the game and says, "Oh, you all have not come here to make friends." I said, "We have not come here to make friends. We've come here to play cricket. You all are playing the rough way, tough way the men are playing." I said, "So be it." Then she went on to the tricolour and all that, So
meaning?
She started, "You Indians," and this and that.
Wow.
And we had the Secretary of Women's Cricket Association standing next to me who couldn't understand her English. And when she started saying that, I took the team off. We went off and he came running behind. "What are you doing? What are you doing?" I said, "If you don't understand English, it's not my fault. She's insulting the country. And that I can't take. We are ready to go back. We have no issues. Let's get back our first flight."
This is very interesting. So what happened? You left?
We know. Then there was a big hue and cry. And it became a big issue. Mr. Scindia rang me up and said, "Diana, what has happened?" Because, see, out of the 15 girls, about 12 were from the railways. So it became a big issue. L.M. Singhvi was the High Commissioner, father of Abhishek Manu Singhvi.
Oh.
So he was there. He came rushing because he was sent, what has happened. And we said this. And she has to apologize. And she will not tour with us anymore. She can come at the final day after the tour, last day of the tour, and this thing. Otherwise, we are willing to go
But you
back.
should have made it a little more severe. Like she has to apologize in 4 Indian languages simultaneously. I would have made her, because otherwise anyone can say, "I'm sorry." Did she?
But for a...
She did?
She did.
Oh,
she
good.
did. And then wasn't allowed to tour.
Were you liked after that or not liked?
Well,
by them?
I was stopped at MCC, Lords.
Because of this incident?
Not because of this incident, but
it's just chauvinist
So
reasons.
I had said it there that I think you should change your name from MCC to MCP.
To male chauvinist pigs. Yeah.
Well, yours were fulfilling.
I just read this about you and I'm just quoting. I'm not saying
That's
anything.
okay.
I'm no fan of men anyway. I don't like them.
2017, I became an honorary member of MCC.
No, it's like Nelson Mandela, you start with the revolution, then you bring peace also. It's all good.
It's good, yeah.
But let's just get back to, you were saying the rough, which I find odd to believe, because the men, for example, were the more quiet ones in the 70s and 80s. I suppose Ravi Shastri and then Manoj Prabhakar and all were a little more feisty. But you're saying we were like sledging them? We were playing rough? We were being aggressive?
Yeah, we were aggressive.
So how was that the women had that, but the men didn't really have that?
I wouldn't know that. But
Indian women are more dangerous. I've been saying this from the beginning. Boys, you be careful, all of you. We've only men here.
So, also, Kapil Dev, Sunil, and all came to watch our game.
Right.
Which the English girls was taken aback. How can they? Our boys don't even talk to us.
Yeah.
They don't even say hello to us. And here they are coming to see your game. I say, yeah, we are friends. We practice together. There's no harm in that.
So they got no support from the English
No, not
men's
at
side.
all. Not at all.
Wow.
So that's where we were one up on them. So this thing. And then I had an interview with BBC also after that. And I said, I think it's high time you all forgot that you still rule us.
Right.
So these were the things.
The match was drawn, but.
Yeah, match was drawn.
Which is not bad since you're a fledgling side and they've had a much longer history of playing.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. But then again, it was a different world, not where we are right now.
Oh, no.
So let's just fast forward a little bit. So then you played officially close to 33 test matches.
Officially 20.
23, unofficially about 33.
Yeah.
But again, people should understand this over a long period of time because that not many
20
tours,
years.
20 years,
20 years.
of consistent cricket from your side.
Yes.
It's not like you're being dropped, but there's just that much cricket to play.
Yeah.
You don't have enough international tours, etc., etc.
Yes.
No leagues, no T20.
3 World Cups.
Tests and one days, that's it.
Yeah, ODIs, and there was no T20.
Correct.
So
this is the way it was. Now they've got a full calendar, I'm saying. But at that point, this is all that you had.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
I would say that if it was this era, Diana Edulji would play perhaps close to 100 test matches.
Easy.
For sure.
Absolutely.
And
if there were test matches being played. At the moment,
they don't play so many test matches.
They don't play too much test cricket.
Why is that? Why is that the 50 overs given the most priority and the T20?
I have no idea, because till 2006-07 we were playing test matches. But then the boards were not able to finance women's cricket too much over a period of 4 days, 5 days. So this thing. But then this system came into place, Ashes.
Right.
England and Australia were playing.
Right.
3 T20s, 3 ODIs,
Isn't it
and
called
1 test.
It's called the Fashes, not the female Ashes?
No. It's Ashes.
Give proper information. These Indian men, see, they don't look properly. Because how do you distinguish Ashes, Fashes? Makes sense.
It's Ashes only. And you get points for every game you win.
Right.
And then the series is decided.
It's a combination rules.
Of
yeah,
three formats.
I saw that.
So that is what we wanted. And I think now in BCCI is also going to start.
But then how do you rank
system.
the team? Because you can't rank the team separately then. It's a collective point system.
Yeah, but if you
win
I can't
the say best one-day side is England, for example.
It depends on how you played the one-day series.
So you can eliminate the other two and just look at the points of just the one-day series and
definitely.
give them plus a collective one for all 3 teams. Yeah. All right. Let's move a little bit ahead now, because before we get into the second half of the show, I want to just quickly mention there's one part of Diana Edulji which is the cricketer, very important, but obviously without that there's nothing else. I mean, everything that came after that was because of the cricket. Then there's the, I would call it administrator, coach, selector phase. Not so much coach, but but selector for sure. So
not for Indian team.
Then who was you
selecting? I was selecting the Ranji team for Indian Railways.
Oh, okay.
And under my 3 years stint I had there, Indian Railways men's Ranji team won the Ranji trophy once, runners-up once, won the Irani trophy in those 3 years.
Wow.
So,
excellent.
I won't say that, but it's basically when Sanjay Bangar, Murli Karthik, Harbinder Singh, we brought all of them into the team. And
2 out of 3 are commentators now.
Yeah.
One is a reputed coach.
One is, I think, selector. If I'm
Harbinder Singh. Yeah, is the selector. So, but I want to ask you, in those days, would they try to bribe you and stuff?
Not at all.
Would somebody come and say, ma'am, my son, Jayesh, very good batsman, here's a TV. Nothing like that?
Well, when I was in...
Surely somebody must have tried to say something.
I'll tell you. I was a sports officer with Western Railway.
Yeah.
I was in charge of recruitment over 40 games. I was administrating 40 games. We had such incidents. We've had briefcases coming.
Wow.
And everybody, of course, knew my reputation and this thing. So...
They wouldn't approach you directly.
They didn't. They tried. But I had people at certain places when they see someone walking in with it, they said, don't show it. Even if he's the best talented person, she will not recruit.
What if you like the briefcase but you don't take the money? You give the money back. It's just like the briefcase.
No. What will I do with the briefcase?
It goes with my pant.
No. It's better to get a
You're
hand.
a better person than I'll ever be. I'm thinking if I could ever take bribes, by the third person, I'd be like, please bring your family. Let's do more business. Right? I mean, who cares about the railway team at the end of the day? I mean, they'll win sooner or later. No. I'm just kidding, Diana. So that then we go a little forward, and then you basically become you work in the BCCI as well?
I was nominated by the Supreme Court.
Right.
As an administrator,
to help,
COA.
To help sort out a troubleshooter.
Mess, yeah.
So just give us a little background quickly.
Well, it was the Lodha Commission that came in. Right. So I was the only one.
This is not the builder in Bombay, huh?
No.
Oh,
Justice retired, Chief Justice of
of course.
There was a committee of 3 judges who looked into the matter after there were certain allegations of match fixing and all that. So they came out with the Constitution and the Lodha Commission rules and all that. And the Supreme Court then passed it and made a 4-member committee to look after the administration and frame the new constitution according to the Lodha Commission. That was a challenging job. And of course, it was a great honor for me.
So were the other three members, that Vijay Rai?
No, Vinod Rai. Vikram Limay. And Ramchandra Goa.
Ramchandra Goa.
We were the four.
Wow.
It was an honor for me because I was the only cricketer, male or female, on that committee.
Also, you could not be bribed because you're Parsi. So that was one clear,
Possible.
Guha also has got good credentials. The other, I'm kidding. I don't know. But I followed your articles and, wink, wink. Huh.
So it was a good, this thing.
We had some Me Too allegations that came up there as well. I think you were in the eye of the storm there as well. You're the only one calling them out.
Yes.
I think they were trying to rub it under the carpet. I won't dwell into it too much, but it's interesting to see that you stood your ground everywhere.
Everywhere. I did not worry about the stature of the opposite person.
Or losing the position.
Position was never a problem for me.
Right.
If I'm destined to get it, I'll get it.
Yeah.
If I'm not, I'm not the loser.
But I feel in this present day, if you don't compromise, as my casting director told me when Indian Baywatch, apparently some of the girls weren't cutting it. They said, well, they'll put him in a bikini. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Whatever. No, but we're joking about this. But it's interesting to see you've just done it your way from beginning to the end.
Yes, absolutely.
You could have easily.
I won't say my way or the highway.
Yeah.
But I stood my ground.
Stood your ground in principles and morals. Is another world altogether. Very few people like that. And also, you 100% would have had a much stronger role, I would think, in the administration of cricket in India.
Yes.
If you perhaps were a little bit more flexible, for want of a better word.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
But
that's not you.
That's not me, exactly.
You're left arm orthodox, not so much unorthodox. Let's get that clear, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
True, absolutely. Yeah. But it was a good 33 months. We were supposed to be there for a few months, but we pulled the thing to 33 months.
Right.
And finally, we were only two of us because Vikram Limay had to leave.
Yeah.
Goa could not get along with...
He resigned, I remember.
Yeah, he resigned. Yeah. Vinod Rai and he never got along.
Yeah.
So... that is it. And two people, it was very difficult because everybody, his stature was, he was a former Controller General. So,
but did he select award with Irani Trophy winning railway teams?
No, never.
Then how can you compare?
But what to do?
Yeah.
That was it. So,
would you like to
at one stage, I even went into the Supreme Court with my own lawyer.
Yeah, I think I met you on a flight.
Yes,
you
remember? Did. Yes, we did.
You were coming back from a
thing. I went and because I was not getting my
you paid for your own lawyer.
No, I didn't pay. I made BCCI pay for it.
Okay, fair enough.
But
next time you call me, I have lots of lawyer friends. Abad Ponda, half Parsi, the legendary Freddy Ponda's son. I'll take care of it.
No, thank you. I hope I don't need lawyers anymore. So
listen, you're a Parsi, and we stand our ground. We are the ones who need lawyers. Yeah,
true. Yeah. So. The legal team that was there with BCCI at that time was too overawed by Mr. Rai and would support him to the hilt. And his yes was always a yes and my no was never a yes. So I had to get this clarification from the Supreme Court. So I took my own lawyer.
So how does the matter end in the end?
It was that, he's just a titular chairman.
Right.
He doesn't have the casting vote.
Okay.
So that's where I won the battle.
Right.
And of course, the Me Too issue was totally a farce. It was just an eyewash completely. Yeah. But that's it. And I had a good innings. Maybe I was too strict or too this thing. But women's cricket benefited, I would say. 2017, when we entered the finals of in Lords.
Right.
World Cup.
Is it under 19 or the full side?
Full side.
Yeah.
That time there was no under 19 or anything. So it was the first time that when we entered the final, I announced a prize money. And of course, the three office bearers at that time, C.K. Khanna, Amitabh Chaudhary and Anirudh Chaudhary were there as because they were still granted permission by the Supreme Court. Anirudh and Amitabh were supportive. C.K. Khanna, how can you give this award? I had announced 50 lakhs per player.
Mm-hmm.
And what if nobody gives an award for entering the finals? I said, women, it's different completely. We've never entered a final of a World Cup. What is there? Let's encourage them. Maybe they'll win. What if they win? I said, I'll double the prize money. There's no issue in that. BCCI has enough money. No. But we went ahead, announced it. Unfortunately, we lost that game by 7-8
Or
runs.
fortunately, depends on which side you're on in terms of money. Because 50 lakhs becoming 1 crore per player is a lot more.
Yeah, exactly. So they could have...
Did they get the money in the end?
Yes.
Because lots of these sports associations
No,
promise grants.
BCCI is not that way. Yeah. BCCI does pay on time.
When I won the under-11 girls carom tournament in Bhayandar, I was promised a carom board. It's still not come.
Girls?
Girls.
Okay.
Boys won't let me play because I used to wear sari and all that. I was only 11. But let's not talk about me. We'll take a quick break and we'll come back because we need to talk a little bit now about women's cricket. You are the face of women's cricket. You're still very much the symbol that launched women's cricket, the most well-known name, a very modest person. She's not going to say anything, but I will promote her as she should be promoted. And we'll discuss the state of women's cricket in the world that Diana Edulji lives in, which is women's cricket. After this break.
Hey, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcasts Network. On Just a Filmy Game Show, Antariksh is joined by comedians Govind Menon and Mikhail Almeida. Govind and Mikhail battle it out to win the title of the biggest Bollywood Divana as they arrange movies in their order of release and name movies of Amitabh Bachchan. On Postcards from Nowhere, Utsav navigates through the haunting realities of Auschwitz and unveils the controversial memory laws in modern Poland. Delving into the concept of Holocaust envy, it reveals the disturbing motivations behind historical distortion and its impact on society. Folks, if you like our shows, spread the word, tell your friends, and don't forget to rate and review them wherever you're listening to them. Follow us on social media. We are IVM Podcasts on X, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. You'll also find all our shows on youtube.com/IVM Podcasts. And finally, we would like to thank our sponsors this week: Omidyar Network India, SBI Life, IDFC First Bank, and Save Life Foundation. Thank you for making this possible.
Women's cricket. Come along. We're not just India, everywhere. Now it's telecast, names are known. We've interviewed Jemima, we're trying to get Smriti, Harmanpreet. They're all household names, so at least people who follow cricket. And you're the person who started this whole thing. So you're saying 2017 is like the benchmark, the water...
Turning point.
The turning point where 50 lakhs for reaching the final, unheard of. And then, of course, we reached the point where we've got the Women's Premier League. And also the leagues in England and Australia where they're all going. 4-5 of our girls go there. But post you, we have like the Julan Goswami sort of era. The in-between era.
Yes.
You guys had to struggle and put things together, literally, find your own bats and all that. Then we had a sort of, things were happening from BCCI's point of view.
Yes.
And then we have this present place where they're almost, but not quite at par with the male game.
Yeah.
So take us through women's cricket right now where we stand. We just won the Asian Games.
Yeah.
Not to belittle it, but not a great field of teams.
See, I've always wanted Indian women at least to play in the Commonwealth and Asian Games.
Mm-hmm.
Because that is a sure shot gold medal for us.
Well,
Commonwealth may be
Pakistan,
a little difficult.
Pakistan, Sri Lanka,
Bangladesh.
There is competition.
There is competition, but on the whole, you have to be the number one team there.
Oh.
Commonwealth could be a little difficult because Australia and all come in, England come in. So it's a little tougher competition.
Right.
But I think we should play these tournaments because we have very few tours. So it's better when we go into these multi-purpose games.
Also, you're getting more media support every time
yes,
you like they won the gold medal. It's front page.
Yes,
all the digital publications promote
media,
it.
Electronic media covers it. Everybody covers it. The girls will definitely benefit after coming back.
Do they get any compensation like the 50 lakhs for the final in 17?
I don't know whether BCCI has announced anything. But the government of India will give them for winning the gold medal.
Okay, we were talking offline a little bit about the team. Coming back to the team, and you know you've been following them closely. You know a lot of them. Harmanpreet, for example, was sort of your discovery. And
I wouldn't say discovery, but yes, I brought her from Punjab
to you brought her into the limelight.
Yeah.
And today, 10% of Harmanpreet's earnings go to Diana.
No, not at all.
Cash,
not at all.
Cash 20%. North mein cash both hai bhai. So all that's happening on the side.
And now she's a superintendent of police in Punjab.
But that you know how that is.
That is the danda.
Fair enough. But let's just look at what you were saying offline, which is we've reached a point where we should be winning more now.
Yes.
Because we actually had a big jump, the Mithali Raj era onwards. There's a jump in performance. We're on par with the big guns like Aussies and the Brits, etc. But we're failing at the finals, we're failing in the semis, we're not quite cracking the system, and we're under-delivering, underperforming.
Yes.
So take us through what the reasons are.
I would put that to not having a proper support staff.
Coach.
There's too much ad hocism in that. You know, we're not yet able to fix. Every tour we're having a different coach.
Why?
I have no idea. That you'll have to ask BCCI. But once you get that.
One second. PCCI, why is norms?
So this is the thing. So what also we require is a good support staff, coach, of course, definitely, a good psychologist.
And again, I'm sorry to come back to, but because we discussed this halfway there, offline. I don't understand why they don't have a coach. We have the money, we have the funds, we have the team, we have the infrastructure, we have the tournaments. Where is the coach?
Search me.
Can you give me some answer?
Search me.
We up to the point where we had Ramesh Pawar.
Yes.
We had a somewhat consistent coach.
Yes.
Then it started going to this project coach.
Yes.
Like for the Asian Games, we were discussing Kanetkar was there.
Kanetkar was there. Yes. So, the NCA people are, going.
Yeah, but that's the roster of coaches. Where's the head coach for 2 years, 3 years?
It's not been there since Ramesh Pawar.
Why can't you be the head coach?
It's up to BCCI whether they want me there.
BCCI, I'm telling you for the last time, give Diana the job. 3-year contract. What kind of money are we looking at?
I'm not worried about the money. I'm worried about the trophy.
I'll take my cut here. 10 crores a year minimum. All expenses paid for. 2 cars, even though you can only drive one physically at a time. But what the hell? You're left arm orthodox, so you do it your way.
So one right hand, one left hand.
There you go. Did you bat right-handed?
Yes.
Oh, so it's one of those things where you're ambidextrous, or you just picked up the...
No, it's just... normally a left arm spinner will bat right-handed. Very rare will you find...
So what is the hand that's actually dominant?
Left.
But then you batted right-handed?
Yes.
My son...
Today, if I was playing in this era, I was a big hitter. So T20 would have been ideal for me.
Would you clear the...
Oh, yes.
So you reckon if you played now, you'd be hitting the ball out of the park?
Yes,
so you'd basically be almost like an all-round in the T20 format.
Yes.
Because you play 10 balls and make 13 or not out.
Oh, yes.
And then take your 3-4, whatever.
Yes. 4 overs I would have bowled. I was very miser.
What would have happened to your flight? Because you were all about flight.
Even then.
No, in the T20 format, what would you do? Would you be flighting?
I would.
I'd love to see them taking a chance like that, getting the batsman to dance and, beating him in the air.
Nowadays it is happening. A lot of people are getting stumped.
In the T20 format, Jadeja is bowling even faster. He's like 150.
Jadeja was always a fast bowler. Always.
It's a compliment. That's a compliment.
Take Ashwin for that.
Yeah. No, he does mix it up. He mixes it up.
Kuldeep.
Okay, Kuldeep gives it some air. I'll take that. Yeah.
So that's the beauty of spin.
Yeah. I love it when they give the air because, that's the whole mystery.
Yeah, exactly. You have to entice them to come forward. Tempt them into hitting. T20.
Also missing the length. When they miss the length as a batsman who's overconfident.
Dip it a little bit. Use the crease. Bowl from a little behind. Ashwin does that a lot. If you see. He doesn't come up to the popping crease.
Just the string puppet on the string.
That confuses the batsman completely.
Ashwin's your favorite?
Well, I like the way he plays.
He's right arm. So who's the best left arm orthodox bowler? Bishan Singh Bedi? For you?
For me, of course, Bishan is my guru.
Yeah.
And I respect him and absolutely.
How would you rank the others that you've seen in the recent past? Say like a Monty Panesar, I thought was pretty damn good and then just, disappeared out of
I would prefer Vittori.
Vittori? Second half of the career, not so many wickets, more runs.
Still, it's okay.
Yeah.
Monty Panesar was... Yeah. I wouldn't call him a very great bowler.
Rahul Dravid and Sachin Tendulkar on Indian wickets in the same over. That's got to be something.
That happens. Yeah. Sometimes luck is in your side, so you could get away.
All right.
But...
sorry, let's quickly get back because we have to do the AMAs as well and we have about 18 minutes left. The team, you're saying underperforming. We're looking at the infrastructure around them not being up to speed.
I would want...
Not talent. Talent is good.
Talent is bharpur, I would say.
Okay.
There is talent.
Right.
We've now got under 19 which won the World Cup. We have to pick the bench strength slowly.
You want to drop some of the present...
Yeah, if they're not perform... I would like only people who perform to be playing.
But that's
not go on reputation. Sorry, I don't want that.
But what is perform then in that sense? 4 innings you don't score across formats? It's a difficult one, right?
No. Now, see, if you're playing all formats, you have to be consistent. 10 innings, you be consistent in 8th.
Bowler?
Same. You may not get wickets, but if you contain...
So you're saying a more ruthless approach. No.
Yeah, definitely. If you want to win...
We won't get the wickets and runs alone because you're right. There's combinations of performance that you can come into. But I'm saying
fielding is important.
Yeah.
You have to have fitness.
It's a pretty good fielding side, but no?
No, I'm sorry. Girls need a little bit more. Fitness levels have to increase.
Ground fielding or catching?
Both. Jemima and all are extraordinary fielders.
Yeah, Bombay girl.
Not because of that, but yes, Harmanpreet also takes some unbelievable catches and all that. But take talent of Shefali Verma. She started as a batter, yes.
Yeah.
At the age of 16, she came in.
Was she really 16? I mean, I saw her first game.
Yeah.
But
well,
I mean, a baby face and all that, but I'm just asking.
Yeah. Maybe. That's
just for controversy's sake, say no.
No.
Yeah.
But
so you think she hasn't evolved from that first season where she was very good?
She's not able to
build the innings
beyond.
That's a fair point.
Hit
and she's opening
out or get out
in the short format. So you want her to.
That's where we are losing out. Yeah. If she scores
from 40, it goes to 100.
When we played in 2022, the World Cup, not 20, when the COVID, just before COVID,
right,
MCG in front of 80.
Right, yeah.
She single-handedly took the team into the finals with the way she was playing. She failed in the finals.
Fastest strike rate at that point.
Yes, exactly.
Across the board, yeah.
She failed in the finals and we collapsed. So that is what she has to understand, the importance of her wicket.
So are you saying big match temperament, beginnings temperament issue?
Yes, there is a temperament issue with all. Why are we still choking towards the end? When we are in a winning position.
Do you think Smriti and Harmanpreet are batting in the right positions in the short format?
Harmanpreet has to make up her mind which number she wants to bat. Smriti has
That's where the coach is important.
Exactly.
I feel at some point it's like a headless chicken when they keep changing and swapping places and not allowing someone to grow in a place, especially if you're playing so much T20 or just so much 50 over. You have enough time to let the person play 4 or 5 innings.
Yes. And fix the You see, even Jemima for that matter.
Yeah.
Sometimes she's batting up the order, sometimes very low.
Yeah.
How can you do that? You have
to. I'd like to see her 3 in the T20.
3 or 4, definitely. We have good this thing. And if we continuing with Shefali, then she has to be told.
What? So you would drop Shefali is what you're saying?
I wouldn't mind. If she's not
on present form, you're saying?
Yes. Yeah. You can't have out of 5 innings you score 1 and then play the rest of the format.
The way she started, potentially she could be the fastest batter in the world.
Could be.
Batter, ladies and gentlemen. We don't say batsman.
No, not anymore.
We say batter, right?
Batter.
Yeah.
So, but see, you have to be, if you want to win the ICC trophy, whether it's T20 or 50 over, you have to be ruthless. You have to bring them, shake them completely. Star level, you get all your benefits. You'll get more if you win the championship. Why can't they understand that and really give it all? I'm not saying that they are not giving it all, but I want to see them crossing the line. If the under-19 team, which was absolutely raw, could go in the first attempt win the World Cup.
But they don't have that pressure because they haven't won yet. That's exactly what you're saying. It becomes a little more difficult once you're wearing the crown than when you're trying to get it.
But it was the same people, Shefali and Richa Ghosh and all there. There also Shefali was not performing. It was Richa who did okay.
Did Shefali open under 19 as well?
Yes,
or was she batting later?
No. Open. Yeah. Open. She was the captain, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So there are talent. There is talent. We need to, with WPL coming in, that is a very big move by the BCCI, I would say. But it will take another 2 to 3 years for our domestic players to really come up.
Pool will improve. Size will be more.
Definitely.
I might try out. I grow my hair long, Diana, and certain lighting, because
your body does show that you.
There you go, Diana. So enjoy it. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you want. What you really, really want. Tell me what you want. Yeah. That was unnecessary.
Is the check ready?
Check. Welcome to BCCI.
No, BCCI pays.
Yeah, they do. Okay, we've been talking about the women's team. Before we wind up,
I want one thing. Definitely a psychologist with the team. That's where, see, when Harman went into a little...
the Bangladesh episode.
But no, that is just now.
You're talking about form dip.
Yeah, when her form dipped and she was struggling, there was a lady who traveled with the team.
Right.
And she brought her out of that shell.
A psychologist.
Yeah. So I think we need a permanent one to be with the team.
I agree with you, but there's one thing I have a problem with, which is why is the P silent in psychologist? So I can't figure that out. And because of that, I'm not able to talk to them. I'm always like, why can't it just be SY? Why is there a P there? It's like, Hrithik Roshan. I always call him Harithik. But why is the H there? And somebody said me, no, but in Sanskrit, there's a half H. So it's like, But that's a little tough for the Parsi
But
tongue.
there are many words like that.
Like MCBC.
No.
Imagine we put an H before MCBC. That would really confuse people. Did you abuse, sledge them on their faces towards the end as well?
Yes. Yes, I was.
Wow.
I played.
Is it a Mumbai thing, the sledging?
Possible.
Were you the only,
Possible.
like with the Mumbai
Because
girls
I played
doing this?
with all the boys.
with all the rough. Yeah.
You know, so.
Where halkat is the nicest thing you say to someone on a Shivaji Park Maidan. I mean, that's a sweet, yeah.
No, we've had it such a way that we would go and, well played, and then use the word
Sarcastic,
phrase,
yeah,
with a big smile on your face.
Made good friends though, you think? Over the
Yes,
years?
we got along well off the field also. And what was good in our days, at least, I don't know whether it's there now, in England and all, after the game, drinks are free in the dressing room.
We never endorse alcohol. But what? Tell me more.
Yes, it was there. So, very few drinkers in the team.
Right.
We would tell them, non-drinkers, we will pay for your Coke or Pepsi or whatever you want.
Yeah.
Don't say no to the drinks.
Oh,
Let
they
the
pass
drinks
it
come
on.
in.
Yeah.
Let it come in to us. We will pay for your drinks. Don't worry.
Wow.
So that was how,
So what happened when they come to India?
Nothing. Nothing.
No drinks?
No drinks.
Welcome to India?
Yes.
Batata vada, this side.
No, that never was there. They used to pay for their own drinks.
How sad.
This,
And we're all about Mehman culture. We couldn't open it. Oof, that's so sad. All right, we have to go to the AMAs. I just want to quickly mention here, because you're being so nice, and for those who don't know, please Google Diana Edulji if you're from a younger generation who can't tell your toe from your elbow. Arjuna Award winner, which is as high as you can go basically in sports. Khel Ratna is there as well, which she should get. And Padma Shri, right?
yes.
I mean, that's no joke.
There was again the first Padma Shri Awardee for women's cricket.
First Padma Shri Awardee for women's cricket. Subsequently, there haven't been that many either.
Now it's a regular.
Yeah. So we do get one every year?
No.
Then?
Not me, but there are many cricketers who have got it.
Right. Do you get money with the Padma Shri?
No.
What's the point then?
There was no money for Arjuna either.
The Arjuna,
Now, yes.
Arjuna sounds great. The Arjuna Award. You
Yeah,
can
but
go home and say,
now-
Mom, Arjuna Award.
Now you get money for Arjuna.
How much?
About 10 to 15 lakhs, I think.
We
if
have
I'm
a
not-
case. We can backdate.
Yeah,
We can backdate and see.
We've tried.
Really?
We've
Who's
tried.
your lawyer? Abad Ponda. Good friend. I'll take care of it. Did I mention half Parsi? All done. Okay, are you ready for the AMAs? This is from, by the way, there's Himisha, one of our regular listeners, says that she's a huge fan and you're an inspiration. Just a comment, so I want to just keep that aside for you. So if you want to just say anything to Himisha. Yeah.
Hi, thank you. I'm glad that I still have a fan
She's a
following.
Parsi girl. Yeah.
Okay, it's okay.
But she doesn't play cricket.
That's there are no Parsi male or female cricketers.
No. Well, up to Zubin Barucha we had, then we had, I think the Vivina boy was there. It was...
I don't know. There's one Navsari boy. Who,
yes, from Gujarat.
Gujarat.
Yes. He's very much Parsi.
He's in
a
and
net
out
bowler.
of the net.
In the
He's
IPL
more a
team,
net bowler.
But he's quick, huh? He touches 140 and all that. So with some push,
Which is,
the Minorities Commission should look at this. We should have a special mandate here about a certain
now
quota.
there are reservations.
We are countries all about reservation. We should reserve one place at least. I'm saying
for Bawas.
one place for Bawas is not too much. Look at the contribution in terms of proportion.
Yeah.
Less than 70,000 people, what you contribute. Don't judge by this podcast. There are other Parsis are doing a lot. Right?
Very true. Very true.
It's bad advertising. Naina, come on. Yeah, so really, it's a bit sad. But you know what happened? I think you'll know this better than me. I think after my generation, we all played cricket, Parsis and all, very popular. Then football took over with the urban elite, which the Parsis are. And all, like my son, the football became a stronger game. And the EPL, Indian football not so much, but the EPL became huge, La Liga became huge. And I don't know why that happened. It just happened. So one country in the world where football is the middle and upper middle class game, and everywhere else it's the common man's game. We're here for some reason. It's like if you're rich, you save money, only play football with one ball. That's it.
Well, that was easier to play, no?
That's true.
So,
yeah, less rules. What is it? Net, hit, kick, whatever. Any moron can play it. Yeah, that's true. Sorry, Rishi. Yes. Thinks he lives in Man City. It's called Panvel. Okay, first question for young Diana. Do you agree that women's cricket in India has developed in recent years, and with the advent of WPL, we've discussed this, and other domestic tournaments, India now has a decent core of players. So this, we again spoke offline. Do we have enough talent in abundance, or do we, you said we do.
Not
the pool,
exactly. The pool is there, but we need to promote under 19 and emerging tours.
Right.
That's how the
But
men's cricket grew. No.
We're not going.
Where? After Under-19 World Cup, what did we have?
So there's no bilateral series that are going on in the Under-19, Under-23s?
No, not that I know of.
Boys, make a phone call. Who do we talk to? Tell me who to talk to the BCCI.
Mr. Binney.
He's lovely. I love Roger Binney. Surely he was a good guy to work with.
I have not worked with
Roger Michael Humphrey Binney. What are you saying? 18 wickets in the 83 World Cup.
Yeah.
Javelin national
Great
champion.
bowler.
Great bowler. Absolute.
Lovely action.
Swung the ball, yeah.
Lovely action.
A decent bat also. He made lots of runs in first class cricket, a few half centuries as well. Then we go to Shadab. Shadab, a regular of ours. Who would bat for India at number 4? This is a big question. Coming back to where we are right now, recording this just pre-World Cup. Number 4, we've got now 7 batsmen for 4 positions, it looks like, with the 2 oldies coming back. Rohit and Virat, you can't touch them. Pandya at 6. What do we do with SKY performing? You've got Shreyas Iyer reinventing himself. The injury suddenly gone. You've got to find places for everybody else to fit into
KL Rahul.
KL Rahul has to stay. Kishan. So it's a bit of abundance. What do we do?
It's good. It's good to have this.
Oh, no, I want you to call the team for me. The batting lineup.
Definitely, I would go with
Rohit
Shreyas.
and Gill at top.
Gill at top.
Okay,
Virat is 3.
Virat. 4.
4, I would play Shreyas.
You'll play Shreyas?
Yes, I would.
Is it because
if he's fit?
Indian wickets?
Yeah, definitely at home.
Okay.
I would play then KL Rahul.
So
because
the fastest double centurion in the history of the game doesn't get into the team.
Who?
Ishan Kishan.
No, I wouldn't.
Wow.
I won't play him.
This is anti-Jharkhand, I feel.
No.
I feel as a Parsi, you are being regionalistic.
No.
You're attacking my poor boys from Jharkhand.
No. Not, he's a Mumbai Indian boy.
Yeah, he is now.
So
that's true. They convert very quickly. Sign the check and Marathi. Done. Kai bolto?
Ishan Kishan is more of an opener.
True. But then what do we do?
That's why. So it's better, even KL Rahul
so
for
he
that
stands
matter.
as standby for 1 and 2, or maybe 3 if Virat is injured. And you're saying 4 and 5, you keep KL.
KL has to keep then.
You like Shreyas at 4, and you have
5.
KL at 5.
I would still.
So then we don't have
try.
Sky. Because Hardik comes in 6.
Hardik can go 7.
Then we have only 5 bowlers. We don't have that extra bowler.
It's okay. Hardik will be bowler.
Hardik has bowled full 10
yes, he
10
has
overs.
To. He has to.
The risk is that he won't last 10 overs in 7-8 matches in a row.
Well,
that's why we want the 6th.
See, if you are planning to have 7 batsmen, it's not going to be possible. That means you don't have the faith in the top 4.
Right.
Your top 4 have to perform consistently so you can play their extra bowler.
Right.
So, luckily for us, the wicketkeeper is not only a wicketkeeper, he's a good batsman.
I would say he's a batsman who tell
keeps.
you go and keep.
Yeah. It's for both.
Yeah.
Both of them are like that.
Ishan also?
Ishan is a little better keeper.
Yeah.
But Rahul is the better batter.
Yeah. And Rahul is a quality player also. Now, you can't just ignore that.
Only all of them have to be injury-free.
Amazing. Young people with injuries. When I was in my 20s, nothing hurt me at all. I can't believe it when
I only missed 1 test in 33.
Really? There you go.
Only 1.
What happened?
I fractured my finger in practice. That's
Drinking?
No. Trying to catch.
Oh.
Trying to catch a high ball.
Yeah. So like Shreyas' back thing is ridiculous. He looks so fit. I'm like, what's wrong with this guy's back? It makes no sense.
I wouldn't know, but I'm glad he's back. And I don't know, today is a game where we will know further.
What they should do is ban them from doing any ad films for some time. They can injure themselves doing stunts and all in ad films. And then, that'll save us for the main games like the World Cup, etc. But a good point. Does Ashwin make your 11? At this point, we don't have the full 15.
I definitely would play Ashwin.
So you'll play him the 11 for sure as well, once you take him in the squad?
Yes.
So then you put him in, then I'm again having trouble with the bowlers.
Why?
Because
You've got Shiraz.
Siraj has to stay.
Yeah.
Bumrah has to stay.
Yes.
That's 2. Hardik is you're saying number 5. Third seamer, so 5th bowler.
And 2 spinners.
And the 2 spinners, Jadeja and Ashwin.
Yes.
And that's it.
Jadeja, as it is a good bat.
Yeah.
Ashwin is not a bad bat.
So what happens to Kuldeep?
Kuldeep?
Do we ever? And sometimes we may play 3 spinners and drop one of the fast bowlers.
It depends on the wickets we are playing on.
Yeah. Okay, interesting.
That's the home advantage we are going to get.
So Akshar Patel, if he's fit, doesn't make your team.
I don't think he's going to be able to be recovering so fast. Because that's a nasty injury he has picked up.
You should never tie your shoelace in a hurry. I tell all these sportsmen, Michael Jordan, the great guy, send him a message. Finish his career off tying his Nike shoes. Really, just don't do it sometimes. Sorry, Diana, I get caught up in my own madness and forget that the guest has to also answer questions. Harivespa, Parsi boy from Ahmedabad. Hello, ma'am. You have been one of the pioneers of... She knows who she is. Pioneers of Indian cricket, followed by Mithali Raj and Julian Goswami. Congratulations on a wonderful career. Okay, these are all comments.
Thank you.
Saurabh asked, what did you feel when some of your test matches were deemed unofficial? We discussed this in the beginning. I don't understand this, honestly, but you are the first bowler to take 100 wickets, and also, is MCP a great acronym? Also answered, check out the episode. This whole official, unofficial thing where they just suddenly decide that those matches are not official. Were you upset? I mean, because some of the best figures, you're 6 for 42, etc.
Definitely I was upset.
Yeah.
Because coming down, see, I was the only women cricketer who crossed 100 at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And then to realize later that I'm nowhere near.
Yeah.
Which hurts.
Yeah.
I wish BCCI, being the strong position it is with ICC, can try and
reverse
rectify.
This. I'm sure they can.
I'm sure
we have the money. One phone call and we say, no Indians will come to Australia. Finish. Over. Tell us about your stint on the BCCI admin panel. You kind of did. Can a country as diverse and fervent about cricket as India have a better functioning cricket body? I don't know if this is a fair question to ask you because you're still very much in the midst of all this.
It is still one of the best.
Are we an underperforming administration is the question in a nutshell by Sai?
No, I would still say BCCI is one of the best administrative bodies among all sports.
Really?
In India.
Wow.
If not in the world.
Wow.
I would still give them that.
Yeah.
This thing, you know. Yes,
but they can't find a coach for the women's team.
Yeah, well, that is the sad part of it.
It's ridiculous.
That's the sad part.
I'm putting my hat in the ring.
Yeah. I'm willing to be the mentor of the team.
My only problem is the police have filed 5-6 cases against me with young girls and all that, so I have to be careful.
You have to be careful.
So under 19 for sure.
But I'm sure the police you would get away with the police with your body.
What does that mean? Diana, what the hell does that mean? That's a googly. I couldn't read that one. Can anybody read that one for me? Off the pitch. That's a difficult one. Okay, I think we're almost done. Yeah, that's it. A couple more comments, but we're running out of time. As we say bye, what happens now for Diana Edulji in terms of cricketing future? Are you what?
As I said, I'm willing to be the mentor of the team because I feel I have it in me to be able to guide this team over the line.
I honestly don't know why you aren't. I can't. I honestly find it like prejudice.
Firstly, no, I wouldn't say prejudice.
But why do they need a male coach? I don't get that.
No, it's not the question. See, women coaches are good, but with the stars that we have, it's very difficult to control.
You need a star above them to de-star them.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
You need this thing. And that's why these ad hoc coaches wouldn't want to take the risk of rubbing them on the wrong way.
Right.
Because they need their jobs with NCA.
Right.
So, it's a happy go.
But you have to deal with all the star emotions and images and egos.
I had them with me in the railways.
But they weren't big stars yet. Some of them were.
Some of them, yeah. Mithali has played with me.
How was your relationship with the present team? The Smritis and the Harmanpreet, of course, you molded.
But
Jemima.
It's just hello, hi, that's it now.
Nobody calls you up and says, Diana, I have this problem, whatever, for advice.
No.
Even if it's like I'm looking for a 2-bedroom place in Mulund. Sometimes it can start with any question.
They have the managers now, so I don't know whether I can get through to them also directly. So good luck to them, I'm sure. And I hope we start the trophies keep coming in. It'll benefit them. It'll benefit women's cricket. If you read the report of Mr. Ashish Shelar, WPL earned a lot of money for BCCI.
And that's year one.
In year one.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing.
It's probably a watered down year one. They're going to be bigger, more teams, more matches.
For first 5 years, 5 teams only it'll be. And now it'll be home and away games.
Yeah.
So that'll be good also.
Can I say honestly, without sounding patronizing, I enjoy watching women's cricket.
Yeah.
I watch it.
I'm happy to watch it.
Once you get invested, it's just cricket.
It's good cricket.
It's good cricket.
Whether it's the men playing it or the women playing it.
Yeah.